Alright guys and girls, the first thing you want to do is jack the vehicle up, and you want to make sure you have a jack stand up under the vehicle. Also have your emergency brakes on. Now if you noticed on the bottom of the jack and the jack stand, I have some good plywood because there's on the dirt or grass underneath there. If I was to jack this up or use the jack stand on the regular ground, this car will sink right into the ground, and it might crush my legs if I got my legs up under it. So you definitely want to have safety first. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move four wheel lugs right here. These are 21 millimeters, so get your impact 21 millimeter or 13/16. 13/16 is going to be a little bit too small, it might be a little bit tight, so definitely use a 21. Now once we get this wheel off, turn your steering wheel all the way to the left, which is going to make it easier to get these brakes on it. Now we're only going to show you one side in this video because the other side is the exact same thing. So let's get this tire off of here. All right, we got the tire off, got the wheel turned all the way to the left. Now the next thing we'll do is grab you some paper towel, and what you want to do is take off the brake fluid cap, the brake reservoir cap, and you want to take a paper towel, and just stick it right there. The reason why we're doing this is because once we push those pistons back on the calipers, the brake fluid in here is going to rise up, and you don't want it spilling all over the place because it can cause a fire. So this will soak that right up. All right, let's get over to the brakes. All right guys, we're ready to go. Now what we're going to do is make this simple. Usually people, they take off the whole caliper. We're not going to do that. Now you see this little tab over here? That's wrong. That should not be like that. So whoever put these brakes online last time did this wrong. Also, the first thing you're going to do is grab you a 14 millimeter socket, shallow drive or wrench or whatever one's easy for you, and we're just going to remove the bottom bolt on the caliper. So remove the bottom bolt, take your whole caliper, grab from the bottom and swing it upward. Now at this time what I want you to do is check your slide pins. That's this pin right here and this pin right here. You want to make sure, see how you can nicely move that in and out, this one in and out. That is great, because if those pins get stuck, you're only going to wear one side of one of your brake pads, and it's going to wear out within a short period of time, and it's just going to screw up the whole thing, and it can cause an overheating, and that also can cause a fire. Now the next thing we're going to do, here's your old brake pads. Just take the brake pads, slide them out. Now they're in these little channels right here, right there. So there's going to be one up here on each side. So we're just going to slide them out. Take the brake pad out. Don't worry about it right now. Take this one, slide it out, bring it down. Now, if you went and got you a cheap set of brake pads, you do not have these clips right here. And if you don't, take those brake pads back and get you a set with new clips, because these clips are very, very important. These clips help the brake pads slide back and forth, and if they don't slide, which means when you step on the brakes, they'll go into the rotor, and if these not sliding, they won't release, and it'll be like constantly having your brakes on, and it's going to heat up your rotors, warp them out, and again, that's possibly causes a fire. So what you want to do is just take it, pop it up. Don't worry about how it goes right now. I'm going to show you in a minute. But these are different. See, the lower one doesn't have that little tab on it. The up one does. Take the top one, pull that down. Yeah, sometimes they get stuck in there. So there you go. Pull that down. The next thing you want to do is get all this stuff out of the way. Now, there's two ways of doing this. One, you can get you some brake parts cleaner, which I recommend, because this dust is very cancerous. So what you want to do is spray it all up around here and clean it up, or use a wire brush. And I'm going to use a wire brush and some air to blow it, but I'm going to stand back and blow that air just a little bit just to get out of there. I'm going to show you that in 1 minute. All right, we got it as a wire brush. What I'm going to do is move that rotor to the side. Get in there, clean that up. Especially down inside there, because you want to make sure those clips set down flush. All right, so I'm gonna do this corner. You are, because I didn't do it already. You're gonna do this one, and the two upper ones. So let's get those cleaned up. All right, we cleaned it up. That is looking great. Now the next thing you want to do is grab one of your old brake pads, Now here's the piston on the caliper. You cannot put your new brake pads on with this piston out here like that. You might get one pad on, but the other one will not fit in place. You gotta push back this piston. So you take your old brake pad, put it right up against it.
Either way?
Yeah, either way, whichever is comfortable for you. Actually, you know what? That's a good question, Sylvia. What I want you guys to do is the part with the brake pad, put that into the piston, because now this piston is metal, but there's a lot of pistons that are plastic, so you don't want to mess that up. So put the pad part towards the piston, get you a C-clamp, put it across, and what you want to do is slowly, now watch how that piston is going back, slowly push that piston back. Now as you pushing that piston back, brake fluid is backing up through the system and is going up in the reservoir. So that's why, in case it spills out, you got the paper towel there to soak that up. So let's push this all the way back till it stops. All right, I am at a stop. What you want to do, loosen your clamp up, take it down. That's it. Now remember these slide pins I was telling you about? Now my slide pins are great. If yours are not great, this is a boot right here. And what you can do is actually just pull that right out, just like that. You're gonna get the pin, and what you can do is get you some brake lubricant grease. Now this one is Permatex ceramic. This stuff is the best out there. This stuff is great. So what you can do is get some, if yours, just put a little bit on the pin, push it back in there, and make sure the dust boot goes over it and goes in. That's it. That is perfect. All right, let's get our new brake pads and new clip. All right, we have our new brake pads and a hardware kit. Make sure you got new hardware kit. And you want to make sure your brake pads have this little padding in the back, silencer shims. They stop a lot of squealing as well, so you want to make sure you get it going. The brand I got is a Bendix. It's the best brand out there. Here's the part number, just in case you want to get that. Bam, you got that. All right, so next thing, let's put our clips in here. First we're going to get, now there's two different clips, as you can see. This one goes to the bottom. It has a little cut, a little groove right there, a rectangle, whatever you want to call it. That's going to set into there. So you want to pull it over, get it in place, and make sure it's squeezed down into place, just like that. Take the bottom one, bring it in, squeeze that up into place. There's our little tabs out there. Next thing you want to do, this is very important, take your brake lube. Don't put a lot, because you definitely don't want to get none on your rotors. So what you want to do is this, inside this groove right here, just put a little bit inside there on all four corners. All right, let's get that done. All right, guys, ready to put our brake pads on. If you notice, I got clean gloves on. You want to make sure you put some clean gloves on, or wash your hands, because you don't want to get no grease on the pad part. Then you'll be touching the next rotors. You step on the brakes and you won't be stopping. Now, this part right here is very important. On each brake pad, it'll have these what do they call them? Shims, not shims, wear detectors. So when you get down on your brakes, when it gets down to there, it's going to cause a loud squeal. You want to make sure these are at the top. So I can't put this brake pad over here and down, because they'll be down there like that. You want to make sure it's at the top. Now, why am I saying that? Why is that also important? That's where these come in. Now, as I said before, these brake shims right here, when you step off the brakes, these are supposed to be able to back up a little bit off the rotor so it don't heat up. These right here, these little springs, will pull the brake pad out once you release the brakes. I'm going to show you that in 1 minute. All right, so the first thing you do is you got that little circle right there, and this is just going to be hard to do the inside, to show you on the inside. I'm going to try it, but on the outside it's easy. Put it between there like that, turn it, and make sure, let me get it in there. Make sure both are lined up, just like that, and hold it there. You notice how the clip is inside there? Now watch what happens when I just let this loose a little bit. See, I release the pressure and see what happens. It pulls it away from the rotor. The other way they had it before, it wasn't like that. So the brake pad pretty much just stayed there. Now you got to make sure, this is a little tricky. As you can see, I'm used to this, so it's easy for me. I know what I'm doing here. So this one, you hold into place. Then the other one's the tricky part. So you got to hold this one over here and do this by yourself. Again, hook it in there. Turn it. Make sure. Trying to do this without getting in your way, but what the deuce. Oh, okay, no, it didn't. Man, this something. Well, good. I'm glad you seeing this, because this thing is not that easy to get in there. And what's weird about it, man, am I up on this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think. Oh, see this side right here? This is not pushed up all the way. I'm not sure why that's not going up. Okay, there we go. Gotta make sure those clips are pushed up all the way. Now let's get this and turn it in. See how easy that was now? Make sure those clips are all the way up. And now I'm holding both sides. Oops, both sides in. Now I'm gonna push the rotor, because right now the rotor is crooked. So I'm just gonna push it flat while holding it in. Hold down the bottom half, and you can slide this back and forth. Bring your caliper down slowly, and once it gets on it, you can pretty much let it go. Now this slide pin is in the way right now, so that's all you have to do is just push that slide pin in, and it'll go in. Get your bolt, put it in, start it off by a couple threads to make sure it's going in there. Get your 14mm socket. Tight. Done. No, you're not done. Now, what you want to do, this is the quick thing, because if you go ahead and once you finish the other side, and if you don't reset these pistons on the calipers, you're going to step on the brakes and you're not going to have no brakes at all. So what you want to do is go back up here, take out your paper towel. That's good, nothing came up. Put your cap back on. Walk over here to the car. And you're gonna have to pump your brake pedals, because if you step on, now watch what happens. When I step on my brake pedal for the first time, it's gonna go all the way down. Look at that, went right down to the floor. So what you gotta do is keep pumping it until, see, it stops. Then you're done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. Take care.